the question I want to get to here is how do you just let it go? All right, just let it go. A lot of therapies, they seems like their goal is to have you have things not bother you anymore, right? But they have a variety of way of doing this. Some ways they basically push your face into the whatever the problem is and like rub your nose around it long enough so that you go, no, it's not really bothering me. It's it's sort of a more of a torture therapy than what Idenics seems to be. Idenics seems to have such a light but profound touch. The more I hear about it from you, the more I'm just sort of amazed. It seems like you just do the lightest sort of things, and yet somehow it's got the greatest effect. So if the goal is for someone not to be bothered with their personal unwanted conditions, how do you just let it go?
Well, it's not like they just say, "Okay, I'm going to just let it go." I don't know if people do that. They
Okay.
end up when they say that a lot of times they're just suppressing it or they're covering it up or something. Because
Yeah.
something these things don't just get let go like that, meaning
Hmm.
get rid of, not bother them anymore. Because these are issues, like I'd mentioned before, that there's something that's stuck on automatic.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't just let it go. You have to look, you have to inspect to where it comes off that,
Right.
right? So you're not
Comes
really
comes
when
off automatic.
comes
Comes off.
off automatic.
Right.
And when you're talking about letting it go the way you're mentioning it,
Mm-hmm.
you're meaning get rid of it, right?
Okay.
And that's interesting, because that's different than a person not being affected by it the same way.
Hmm.
Okay. In other words, when a person comes into a session and they have some unwanted condition, personal unwanted condition like that, they want to get rid of it.
Mm.
And that's letting it go. Yeah, I want to get rid of it. Right.
Mm.
Now, I don't know that a person actually gets rid of anything but the automatic nature.
Okay.
Okay. That once the automatic nature comes off, well, then it's no longer something that's happening to them and they're going, why am I doing that? Or I want to stop doing that.
Hmm.
Okay. And because that's to let it, and we've mentioned this before, to get
Mm-hmm.
rid of something, well, that's fine, except would one really want to get rid of something? Like we take this issue anger
Mm-hmm.
to where a person couldn't get angry if they wanted to?
Mm.
No, these things, it isn't like that. Anger is not a bad thing. It's whether it's appropriate or not.
Sure.
And we've talked about that.
Sure.
In other words, if you're getting beat up in an alley by three people, you might be appropriate to get angry. But
Right.
if your son spills his milk and you whack him across the room, that's not appropriate.
Right.
The person with the anger issue, with that automatic, it happens at times that aren't appropriate. That's why it's unwanted.
Mm.
If it was not, it wouldn't be unwanted if it didn't happen like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Does that make sense?
Sure.
It's like I think I mentioned before. If you had an issue with heights, but you lived on the desert, it would never, maybe it never comes up,
Mm-hmm.
heights, until you move to the Alps or something, right?
Right.
So that's what makes it unwanted, of something coming up at times where it's inappropriate. But get rid of, no, that's only half of freedom.
Right.
You know
Okay.
that I can't. True freedom, like is also mentioned before, is the ability to do it or not do it
Mm.
on your own volition.
Sure.
You know, then it's not an issue. Okay. Now, of course, what we're doing in an identic session is we're tackling the issue directly
Mm-hmm.
to take it off that automatic nature, and
Right.
that's what the letting go is. It's not it's that it's no longer affecting the person
Right.
adversely.
Right. Right. There you go.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
That's
not
the thing.
compulsive. It's not compulsive. That's it. It's not
Got it.
happening. The person has a control over it. Like we were talking about alcoholism before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to the alcoholic, he has to drink or she has to drink. They have to, right?
Mm-hmm.
They must drink. It's automatic. It's something stuck.
Right.
But to the person without that problem, they can take a drink or not take a drink. Take it or leave it. Same thing with any of the other issues that don't have a physiological part to them. Anger, something like that. If the person could do it or not do it, they don't have that issue. That's what the issue is. Something stuck on automatic that comes up in inappropriate times. And therefore it's unwanted.